everybody, Martika here and welcome to my channel. So today I am sharing with you how I redesigned my small sewing space for under $12. So stay tuned, you're not going to believe this. So I was leaving home one day, you guys, and this was sitting by the dumpster. There were some people moving out of our complex, and this nice 6 cubbyhole cabinet was sitting there, and I said that is something I could definitely use. It was sitting there along with some other pieces, so I went ahead and grabbed it, and I then got in my car. I went to Dollar Tree and I grabbed 6 of these collapsible storage containers. I wanted gray, but this is pretty much all they had that would lighten up the space, so I grabbed them. And then I got home and I started cleaning out the drawers and the little cubby here that I was using to organize my things. And they stayed organized for a while, you guys, but as you know, over time things happen and things were jumbled up in here, and I just started stuffing things in this drawer down here. There was like elastic and patches and things. I had some extra thread, and it just was not very functional anymore. So I was glad to see that cabinet sitting in that space because it's going to help me a lot. So with this, the collapsible storage containers that I picked up, I opened each of them. I went on ahead and set them inside the space so that I could brainstorm what was going to go in them. Basically what I used the most and what I needed to get to quickly as far as how this was going to be organized. And I also grabbed 3 of these little storage containers to sit on top because I had some small items that I knew I needed to put in here and be able to assess very easily. So I went on ahead and opened those up and set them up there just the way that I wanted them. And you guys, I was getting pretty excited at this point because, yeah, it was already looking amazing. So something else I grabbed was these organizers with lids. If you've been in the Dollar Tree recently, I'm sure you've probably seen these, but I just thought these would be perfect for my sewing needles. I have a little container that I keep my sewing needles in now, but it's kind of hard to keep them separated, and when they're all together and I take one out, unless the case is sitting right on top of it, I can't remember which one I used. So I needed a better solution. So as you can see, I figured it all out and I started filling them up. So in this first sewing space, I put all of my pins, my presser feet, my needles, just different things. And when I say needles, I'm talking about as far as hand sewing needles. I put those in here too. Just kind of a few, miscellaneous things, but mainly pins and needles. I got my wax back there for my needles when I do hand sew. I got my magnetic seam guide for my sewing machine. These are just a couple of extra ones. And I also had put this magnetic pin pal. This is for when you drop pins on the floor or needles or something. You might not be able to find them, or you want to make sure you've gotten them all up. You can use that to get them up with. I grabbed that at a thrift store that I had seen it at. And this cute little lipstick container, you guys, a friend sent this to me and I just absolutely love it. You would think that it's lipstick, but it is actually a little cushion in there that holds your needles. And I use this very often, so I'm very appreciative of it. So yeah, I got all of this in one spot, and it makes it so much easier for me to just reach in there and grab what I need and not have to dig through anything. So in the next one, I put all of my marking tools, basically my tailor's chalk. I got that box off of Amazon, not realizing I already had some tailor's chalk. That's what happens when things get unorganized. I have my marking chalk that's in my chalk pen there. And then I even ordered some heat erasable marking pens off of Amazon. I think it was on Amazon Prime Day when I got that. I got a few more different color marking pencils too. Also got my sharpener in here for my pencils. And what else is down here? I got some fine point Sharpies that I use to mark my patterns with, some mechanical pencils, just some refills for my chalk marking pen. And you guys, it's just anything I need to mark with, it's in here pretty much, and it just makes it so much easier to find. And the last one up here, I have like some refillable blades for my rotary cutters, some extra scissors that I have had for quite some time. And then I even found my sorority pins and my badges. They were in my drawer. I knew they were in there, but this just helps me get to them a little bit faster because I'm going to be putting them on some things. Got another little applique in there. Got some iron-on labels to put in my clothes. And then I got some batteries here for my photo clicker. When I take my photos, I can easily get to my batteries. And this is also where I keep my tracing paper. I could keep that over there where the marking pens and things are, but there was room in this one, so I just set it over here. Yes, I do still use tracing paper. Do you? So let's move on down to this bin here. As you can see, it's very well organized. Here is my containers that I envisioned my needles for my sewing machine going in. And let me show you what I did. I got my label maker out and I labeled them all universal, knit, and my jeans and leather label needles. And then in the second one down here, I got my twin stretch needles, my top stitch needles, and then what will be my microtex needles in that as soon as I pick it up. And I will be, because I'm going to be working with some fine fabric here pretty soon. So yeah, I am really excited about those containers because it's already a big help knowing what goes where. And then I got some tape down here for like my PDF patterns. And then I have like some buckles, just some miscellaneous buckles and things that I picked up, some zipper pulls and things like that that I picked up at, like, you know, the thrift store when I'm kind of shopping around for odds and ends when it comes to sewing. So yeah, pretty excited about that too. Now in the next one, I definitely go in this one very often. Got some serger thread, some extra common colors that I use, some extra thread from my sewing machine itself, and my little bobbin case. I picked this up a long time ago at Hobby Lobby, I think it was. It's a double-sided bobbin case holder, and I love it because I'm able to get my filled bobbins very quickly. My other thread is by my sewing machine on the wall on my spool organizer. And then going to the next level here, I have my buttons and things basically that you fasten with. Got my whole container of buttons right here, and then you can see my little containers of buttons that I picked up at the Dollar Tree over time. And then underneath that first container, I have all of my binding, my my binding tape, my bias tape. That's what it is. I knew someone sounded right. So that was my bias tape, all of my different colors under there. And then my hook and eyes, that when I need them, I don't use them often. And also magnetic snaps. Gonna be adding to this collection because I've been making some bags here lately. So yeah, I got all of my fastener type things in that one. And then in this next one, I got my elastic, you guys. I got all different sizes of elastic in this bin here. And in this bag is just some extra, just some scrap interfacing. I try not to throw it away because very often I do need a small piece. So I just put my scraps in that bag. Didn't really have anywhere else to put it, so I just stuck it in there with the elastic. And then going down below, I have some miscellaneous items that are used. I got some stop fray spray in there, some basting adhesive. I got some twill tape down in here. I even got some canvas straps down there. I got all type of things down here, you guys. I got my loop turners in here, and got some ribbon, as you can see, so even some patches to patch things up down there. And I found this hook and loop tape, and I was really surprised that I had this. Must have picked it up at the thrift store, not realizing what I had. But I also got some what is it, stitch witchery. I call it iron in hem, pretty much, where you can just hem and hot iron it in. And yeah, just all type of bonding type items down here that I pick up along the way that I think that I will use. I try not to overbuy, but I do try to get some things that will keep me from running to the store. And then in this last bin, you guys, I have my ham and my sleeve roller. I forgot what that one is called, but it's to iron for curves, like on shirts and sleeves and things like that you don't want to iron flat. You want to keep it at a curve. In this bag, a friend gave me some miscellaneous sewing things, so I got that in there. And then I got my bias tape making kit down there, so I can make my own bias tape in all different sizes. And one day, with this scrap fabric that I have left, I will do that with some of this, when I just kind of don't really know what to do, maybe lost my sojo, I may just make bias tape or something. So you guys, this is my organized cabinet. I love it. I cannot tell you enough how much I love this. It helps me to stay so much more organized, and it makes sewing in my small space so much easier, so much faster, you guys. I can just, get up, grab what I need, and get back to sewing without having to dig through those drawers again. Oh my goodness. I didn't know how bad off it was until I organized it. So as you can see, I got all of my sewing necessities over here right next to me that I need. And yeah, when it's time for a project, I'm just ready to go. So this just shows you, even if it's a small space, you can organize it and make it work. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.